Okay, which what are we playing this week then?
So this week I thought we'd attempt to complete and review Batman for the original Game Boy. So this is a platform game that was released in 1990 for the system, made by Sunsoft, who were quite a cool little company back in the day. I mean, we played Gremlins 2, that was made by them, didn't we? It was
Yep.
quite good. They made good licensed games as well.
Yeah.
Have you got any experience with the game at all?
No, none at all.
I did have the game back in the day. It was one of the games that was stolen when I went on a trip to France, unfortunately. I mentioned it in like a previous video. So I've got quite a lot of experience with it, so I think I can probably do it without too much difficulty. The last level can be a bit of a problem. Do you want to try it out then?
Let's go for it.
So we're going to be playing it on a Super Game Boy as well, like before. It's just easier to capture the footage that way. You remember Gremlins 2 had a lot of these cutscenes as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
So quite good for this sort of thing.
It's a
Sunsoft. Sunsoft.
Sunsoft, sorry. It's a Sunsoft trademark kind of thing.
Yeah. This is quite an early game, so fairly rudimentary graphics, I'd say. But a lot of these games were like this at the time. They were kind of sort of getting into the swing of things a bit more. You know, still on the Game Boy. I sort of feel like a lot of these early Game Boy games are trying to just recreate NES graphics, you know. Instead of changing the scale, because a lot of the later games had much bigger characters than you would usually see. They're just trying to sort of do one for one sort of NES games on the go. Because I mean, Super Mario Land has quite small characters compared to Super Mario Land 2, doesn't it? As
Yes,
well?
yes, much smaller. I thought Batman shunned the use of guns.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up actually. In general, Batman did sort of shun the use of guns, but one thing that you do sort of have to bring up though is during this time period when this came out, Batman was sort of in flux a lot, especially during the 80s mainly. But still a bit of this time, because The Dark Knight Returns, actually he does actually have a gun in that. He does use a gun, and obviously you've got the movie, the Tim Burton movies, where he's sort of setting people on fire and things sometimes. And this is based on the movie as well, the Tim Burton film. So whilst Batman doesn't use guns, during this time period there was sort of more leeway really, you know.
Right.
You can see, I didn't mention actually, the batarangs just sort of rotate around you. So there's a power up that puts batarangs there, and there's another power up which speeds them up, so you can get them really fast, like spinning around you. As you can see there.
Okay.
The bees are just points. I'd be wary of picking up some of the items as well. Actually, I should have said that, because some of the stuff in this is just awful. Some of it will depower you massively. That's a power down icon, and that's a terrible, terrible icon. You don't want that. It's the worst.
Well, where do I go now?
Shoot the last block.
And jump that gap?
Yeah. I think you can do it. The S is the worst power up in the game. It fires the shot that's like only about Batman's width. That's how far it goes.
Wow. So it's a shotgun then? S for shotgun?
It's basically, yeah, I think so. It's just S for shit as far as I'm concerned.
What's that?
That just is, that's a smart bomb. The little gun power up actually increases your firing rate as well, and thankfully that doesn't go away when you die. So we will actually just get powered up as long as we don't keep changing
What's
weapons. It makes them rotate faster, but we haven't got any anymore. The you know, the shield.
Oh, you did not dodge that.
There's one weapon that's better than Wave, and I think it's the T. We haven't seen
Oh,
a
really?
T yet, have we?
No,
Yeah, this is
that was better. Wow. That's a downgrade.
What do you think of this weapon?
I like it.
Yeah,
Better than the wave. I like the wave
I
clears
think-
the screen in front of you.
I like to be able to fight. Oh, this is a bastard. You're going to lose anyway. Had to go up the top route. That's they are pricks there, really, aren't they? Right.
plane?
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
It's called the Batwing, I think.
Oh.
Sometimes they call it Batplane.
What I want to know is where the Joker's getting all this ordnance from. He's got a small air force.
Yeah. This stuff isn't in the movie. He does have like some stuff though, doesn't he? He's got like balloons and floats and things. But he doesn't have an entire army at his disposal. One of the buttons fires forwards and the other button fires backwards here.
Fuck. I started with the fire button and fired backwards.
Yeah, so back when I was a kid, because like I said, I had this game back in the day. So back when I was a kid, this is the level that I used to always die on. And if I ever beat this level, it was only on like one occasion, so I would always get to here and then die on the boss of this level. You know, until many years later. That was where I hit my limit kind of thing, you know. So it'd be interesting to see how you do on the boss of this bit.
So you're comparing me to an 8-year-old you. Throwing down the gauntlet now, haven't you? Bastard. Did I die?
No? Oh, you got to hit that time. You might be able to do this. You got the good position. Oh, no. Nice, you done
First
it.
time. I'm better than 8-year-old you. That's the first time I've ever seen that boss as well.
Yeah.
Easy.
He's quite nasty, actually, because there's like 3 phases to it, wasn't there? You can see how me, when I was like 8, had some problems there.
No, I don't. I can't
My
see.
brother couldn't do that boss when he was like 18 at the time.
I mean, these casual gamers. Oh, 10 lives. A. Oh, they couldn't do 10, so they've gone through to A.
Last level, I think this is now.
What, this is the boss?
No, it's the last level and then the boss.
Okay.
It might not be. We'll find out in a second. It's the last level.
Shit, man. P.
We don't want any different weapons now.
Okay. Oh, cock, I got pushed off.
Are we swapping here or?
No. I can do this. I've done the boss that you could never do as a kid. I can do this. Oh! The stanchion stopped me. It's fine. We've got 9 lives. It's cool. Not gonna do it. Mate, no, didn't jump high enough. Fuck.
You've got to destroy those blocks there.
I thought I could.
I don't mind
Mini
we'll
jump.
swap one after the other.
No, you do it.
I don't know if I can do it that easy anyway.
No, you have to jump, take the hit.
You can actually land on the platform there if you hit with pixel precision. Oh, good, is it?
Downgrade, but light. Yeah, nice. Will that come back?
I don't think it comes back though.
You're fine. I'd jump down, yeah. Take the hit. You got invulnerability for a little while there, so. 1 life left. 1 bit of life. You're going to forget pixel perfect! Oh! Oh, be health.
It's the end of the level now coming up. I think it might be done.
Oh! Well done.
This boss isn't that easy, but I think we might be continuing on here now. Until we run out of lives, and then we're back to the level before last.
Oh, that's nasty. I see what you're trying to do there. Maybe that's not a strat though. Get right up close to him and hammer the button.
I do try and do that.
Stop ducking, you piece of shit!
Oh no.
No!
Oh.
I nearly had it, I'm sure.
He doesn't seem to be taking much damage though, does he?
How do you know?
He's not doing that.
Oh.
I'm a bit worried that that's not hitting him properly, but I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
it's going, if you listen, it is
maybe
going.
you got to hit him in the head.
Oh, I see what you meant. Oh,
You do have to hit him in the head.
No, it's not head. It's just. Oh, it's head. Oh, jeez, it's head. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck, he took too long to shoot. Oh, this is not the right weapon for this. That wavy shot's really hard to hit in the head.
You can hit him with it on the ground. I think maybe we just need to get close. You saw it.
I don't know. You'll be further away enough to hit him in the head, but that then makes you vulnerable to a triple shot. Stop firing! Oh, what? You can't turn mid-fire! That is just not fair.
I don't know if a straight weapon would be more helpful.
It would. I think it would, because you can time the
shoot him when
shots
you're on
better.
the ground though. You would have to be jump and I can hit him 3 times in a row sometimes. And the other problem though is that auto-scrolling level is wave makes it easier because I can shoot through things and just deal with them before they're on the screen.
Oh crap! I didn't get on top of the block.
That was pathetic.
I can avoid them and just like do this way. Fucking nice avoidance. Why didn't they die? Why didn't that die? I'm sure I saw
the
it.
last life there.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
To be
It's
fair,
pixel perfect, and then there's cheating.
it's quite a sort of skill-heavy section. Isn't it?
Imagine trying to do this on a Game Boy. Well, come on, Rich.
Not doing well here.
No. 1 life left. Oh. Nah. Fuck me sideways and call me Nancy. Ah, should have just went for it. I
Back to the
backtracked.
back to the bleeding level before.
Oh. You can do
We've
it.
only got 1 fucking
Yeah,
life
you
left.
can do it. Come on, Rich. I would recommend keeping distance.
The thing is, it actually pushes him back into the correct position anyway, doesn't it?
He's getting desperate.
I'm getting pretty fucking desperate as well.
Yes! Come on! That was the worst fucking high five of all time.
Fuck you.
Do you know how
you're
close
dead.
we must have been on all of those occasions?
Yeah. Well, I got the old heart pound a little bit at the end. Well, you done it. How long did it take in the end?
Longer than a lot of other games we've played. Game Boy game.
Yeah, might be it now, I think.
I think you just replay through. So what do you think about the game then, Rich?
I think this is a good Game Boy game. I think this is quite a good showing from Sunsoft. I mean, the graphics are probably the weakest aspect, but even then, presentation-wise, with those little cutscenes, those are very nice. But the graphics themselves, very sort of small. You can kind of defend the you know, the small pixelated graphics a little bit when you think of the age. Music wise though, it's fantastic. It sounds as good as any Game Boy game, you know, including games that came out years later. And that's also something that, you know, Sunsoft's quite known for, is how great their soundtracks are. It's a fairly short game. The difficulty curve, I think it is a curve. It's a fairly steep curve, but the game did get harder as it went. It is a short game, so as well you want to have something. I mean, unlike Super Mario Land, for example, you could probably do that game fairly quickly. It wouldn't have much longevity, whereas this is a game that it's quite difficult in the second half, and you do feel like you want to keep trying. You know, it gives you more of a challenge. I quite like the power-up system, but it's difficult to get powered up, isn't it? But when you are able to get 4 batarangs spinning around you super fast, it's quite cool. It's quite satisfying to have all of these things protecting you. Obviously, though, it's a bit punishing with the, you know, losing those power-ups as soon as you take a hit, kind of thing. The weapons, we mainly use wave, but I feel like there is reasons for using the other weapons. The thing with the wave is, I mean, I prefer it, but I know that a lot of people would probably prefer normal weapons simply because it's easier to shoot enemies with.
I definitely preferred the laser to the wave weapon.
Yeah.
Just because I liked its multiple taking out of enemies along a whole line and through a wall.
Fairly certain there's only one of those weapons in the game, so it probably is set up to be like, you know,
the ultimate weapon.
The ultimate weapon. So what did you think of the game then?
Yeah, I thought it was quite good. I wouldn't really say it's got a high difficulty curve. I'd say it was more difficulty stairs. There were levels where they were just flat out easy. I mean, the one before the scrolling level, there was no problem with that at all.
That's true, actually. The one before the scrolling level.
No problem
But
with that
I'm quite
at all.
happy about that. The fact that you have to restart that level over and over. You don't want to be doing a hard level and another hard level there, so I'm somewhat happy that they didn't go overboard on that one.
Yeah, but that was cool. The presentation was nice with the cutscenes and such like that, but as you said, graphics are blocky. But early game, you can't be faulting it for that, really. Soundtrack's great. Sunsoft done another good job on another soundtrack, which they always do. I like the bosses. The airship boss was difficult, I'll give it that. But I kind of blundered my way through it, which was fine on my first try.
The first 2 stages you did properly, actually. You didn't blunder yourself, because it had like 3 stages to that boss, didn't it? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, the first 2 stage boss I was dodging. I noticed that they were coming out in 2s for the first boss, and I was staying in between the 2. Second one was more...
So the good thing for stage 3 was you went into stage 3 with like full health, I think.
Yeah.
So you had opportunity to blunder a bit because you've done well in the first section. So.
By the end of that, I was literally hitting and hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that was good fun. A final boss, that was a good experience because you felt a sense of accomplishment because there was a learning curve. You learnt the system, you learnt how he was going to be killed, and then you killed him, which was fine.
The game, something about the way that the bullets are and the enemies are, there's some room for flair in this. You can do last minute dodges, you can dodge through bullets.
Very responsive.
Yeah.
Very responsive. So what are you going to score it then, Rich?
I think this is a really good game. I mean, what I've gone through, fantastic music and such, and like I said, it feels like a game that rewards sort of more skilled players as well. There is an element of that in there. So with all that in mind, I'm going to give the game a 4 out of 5, I would say. So what are you going to score it then?
Well, we have already played Super Mario Land, and I believe I gave that a 3. I would come back to this more often than I would go to Super Mario Land. It's got better production values, better music. It lends itself to the skilled gamer a lot more, and they're of the same era, and they kind of similar graphically.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. Yeah.
So with that in mind, I am actually going to go above it and say a 4.
Yeah.
Low 4, but a 4 nonetheless. Okay, guys, that was Batman for this week. What do you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a bit harder than I remember it being. We had a bit more problems than I thought we would.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a shorter game, but never mind. Anyway, guys, if you liked it, give us a like, give us a comment, and subscribe to the channel because we're always releasing great new content like this. And we will see you next week with another game, guys. Take care.
See ya.